Glad to see you. I'm here to tell you some stories.
On Square, the people have a voice too.
I think it's awful. I don't think we need them in town.
I'm a bodybuilder. What do bodybuilders do? We're self-help, We do shit ourselves, you know what I mean? Remember when I, get the infections, you fucking drew the hematoma? That's gonna be another story. Oh, I don't want to hear more bullshit with that. But anyway, we help, we do self-help, If I want to, I don't need a doctor to give me an injection, or if I have a little pus somewhere, I pull that shit out myself. So we do self-help here. Your bodybuilder, Don't act like you guys don't fucking know, because you know. I may not look it, but I'm fucking old, okay? By the time you watch this, I'm gonna be 56 years old, all right? But I grew up in the 70s, and when I was a senior in high school, I was a legend because I worked in a strip club at night, which back then we called it a go-go bar. I worked in a go-go bar called the Lake Lounge, and it was in Manpack, New York, okay? And what I used to do was I was a bouncer, but I wasn't really a bouncer like, I collected money at the door. And believe it or not, this is how fucked up this shit is back then the cover charge was $1. So it was $1 cover. What a big cover charge, So, every night I'm in a strip club, and then during the day, I would go to high school. Anyway, I took this girl to my senior prom, right? She was a stripper, and that's the girl that in season 1, remember the Twisted Sister fight, She was there, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go Generation Iron season 1 and go look at the Gregg Valentino versus Twisted Sister. So I'm not gonna tell that story, so I already told it. Gotta watch that. I was a young guy working in a strip club. Now, one thing about me is I was always a bodybuilder. Okay, so I was really good shape. I was a teenage bodybuilder. I used to compete and everything, even back then. And we're talking about 1979. But one thing is, sometimes I would always have these bouts of tonsillitis from when I was a kid. And when I would get fucking tonsillitis, man, let me tell you something, I would get tonsillitis. My fucking tonsils used to blow up like my fists here, right? They were huge. And I remember one time going to a doctor, and the doctor looked down my throat and he said, holy shit, man, you should have got your tonsils taken out. Those are the worst tonsils I ever saw. So one time, I'm with this girl I'm dating, right? And my tonsils fucking really bad. Both, my tonsils are swollen. I couldn't even swallow. Give me the gum. I'm sorry, give me that gum, the Hubba Bubba bubble gum. Okay. So I was chewing gum. Hubba Bubba bubble gum. Kind of like this one. All right? I can't even open this. Kind of like this one right here. Hubba Bubba bubble gum. So I'm chewing a fucking, now when I chew Hubba Bubba bubble gum, man, when I chew bubble gum, I like a lot of bubble gum. So I had like a whole fucking wad in my mouth, right? And at the same time, I had bad tonsillitis, and it would keep my mouth moist, and I'd feel better, but it didn't do anything to shrink the tonsils. So anyway, I'm eating her mush pot. Sorry, don't mind me, it's gonna be really foul. Blame Craig. Anyway, I'm eating her box, all right? And I'm down there, and I'm fucking going to town, and, I got the gum in my mouth, and I'm chewing out, and I'm, eating away. And all of a sudden, I felt just warm. Not the kind of warm you feel when you eat, the mush pot, but I just felt like a warm feeling. And I heard a pop. So I'm thinking, oh shit, it's my gum. So I'm eating away, and it's getting, now, it's hot, so she's getting really sweaty. It's very wet down there. It's very wet. So she goes to me, what are you doing? Why is this so wet? Are you spitting on me? What are you slobbering? My asshole's all wet and everything. So we turn on the light, and there's blood everywhere. Blood. And I'm like, oh my God, what'd you do? You had your period, What is that shit? And she goes to me, I don't know, but it feels really weird down there. Wait a minute, holy shit. That's not my blood, that's your blood. And she goes, what the fuck? And I realized, oh shit, it was my gum got all entangled in the hair down there. Because remember, dude, this is the 70s. Girls didn't shave their box back then. So she had all hair, and it was all gum stuck on her mush pot. So she's freaking out between that and the blood. And I realized, oh my God, I could swallow. When I chewed the gum, the motion must have done something, and my right tonsil popped. And that was the blood from my right. Now I know, listen guys, I know you guys out there, you're watching this, you're going, dude, this is really a disgusting story. You're eating your girlfriend's mush pot. You fucking put, you know, she's got, now it's all gum. First of all, it's hairy. There's all gum in there and shit like that. All right? It has blood everywhere. But my tonsil popped, and I didn't give a shit. She was freaking out because now she you know, the blood was bad enough. So it's my blood, but she had to get rid of all that gum down there. I'm getting to something. So anyway, I'm all happy because now I can breathe. But the one problem is the other fucking tonsil did not pop, and it was really fucking bad. So that night, I'm at the club, and I'm sitting there, and I'm at the door, and I'm trying to talk to people, and I could feel that tonsil like wiggling. You know what I mean? It was just, it was like a fucking potato back there, you know? And I was like, I can't deal with this shit, you know what I mean? I don't know what else to do. So on my break, I go into the kitchen, which is in the back. The girls dance in the front. It's a very small bar. The girls dance in the front. There's a kitchen, and outside the kitchen to the left is a bathroom. Because during the day, it's a restaurant. Just what you want to do, eat where some girls are fucking stripping at night, right? Anyway, so I go in there, and I'm looking around. I'm thinking maybe I get a knife and poke that thing or a fork. And I come up with a skewer. Perfect. So I go over there, and I figure, okay, I'm going to fucking pop this fucking tonsil. And I open up my mouth, and I push, and it doesn't do anything. So I push again, and this time I pushed, and it made me gag, and I puked. I threw up, but the fucking tonsil still did not pop. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna fucking jam it really hard. So I take the fucking thing. I'm standing there, and I go, bang, like this. I did it so hard that it knocked me off my feet. I slipped in my own vomit. I hit the ground, and I fainted. I don't know how long I was out, probably about a minute or two, that's all. All of a sudden, everybody comes running in, the strippers and the bartender, who is also the boss, comes running in, and I'm laying on the floor, okay, with fucking vomit everywhere, blood, and this thing of fucking out of my fucking mouth. I open up my eyes, and all I see is this girl, one of the strippers, not my girlfriend, but one of the strippers, and she's like, are you okay? Are you all right? Oh my God, what the fuck happened? Oh, you know, because she sees this thing sticking out of my mouth. So I didn't say a word, I just pulled it. And blood just goes straight right in her face and all over her. And it's going all over everybody because it's coming out like this, like in spurts. Blah, blah, like that, like a water gun. So I get up and I'm over this, and the blood, it's pouring all over me, and it's shooting out. I'm trying to talk, it's shooting all over the place, and it looks like the fucking Exorcist when he's fucking puking out the green shit. She's puking out the green shit, but it's blood, and it's going everywhere. So I panic, and I run out the door to go into the bathroom. And as I go out the door, all the strippers, everybody's running out, and they're all got like blood on them and everything like that. And the people in the bar are like, oh shit, you know, and they see me come out, and I'm like bloody, and I'm going for the bathroom. So everybody runs out of the fucking bar. Everybody's running, you know, like running for the hills. And I run in the bathroom, and I actually threw up again. But my tonsil was fine. My tonsil went right down. And eventually, you know, it stopped bleeding, but once it got rid of all that blood. And my boss comes in and he said, let me tell you something. What you did in this fucking bar, don't come back. He put me on timeout, basically, back then for 2 weeks, which it hurt my pocket because I worked there. But basically, he was so pissed off at me because I scared away all the customers that night because they didn't know what the fuck happened. All they see is this guy come running out of the back room with blood shooting out of his mouth all over people. But you know what? This thing, this skewer, this is not the exact one, but it looks like this. This skewer actually cured me of my constant tonsillitis. Now, I have had little bouts where my tonsils have gotten sore, but I never got that tonsillitis like that ever again. So, thanks to the Hubba Bubba Bubble Gum, while I was eating some chick's box, thanks to the skewer, I fucking cured my tonsillitis. That was fucked up. Okay, so this girl right here, okay, they used to call her Peacock. Her name was Paula, but you know, they all have stage names and shit. Remember, this is like 1979, all right? But this girl right here, this is the one who you know, looked in my face like this, and the blood shot all over her face. Anyway, and it was right there at that door where she's standing. That's the door that most of the people left. I bled all over. I shot the blood shot out of my mouth right in her fucking face, and she screamed. She looked like Carrie. So picture her with blood all over her face, running out, looking like Carrie, coming out of that back room, and all the patrons saw her and ran out of the fucking bar because they didn't know what happened. They thought maybe, you know. And then when they saw me come out and I'm blood every day, they thought somebody was murdered back there. And she was with this girl right here. Her name is Nellie Gold. She was a porn star, and it became a porn star in the 80s, but this is before she was a porn star. And that's me in the picture with her. I was a young kid, you know what I mean? I was 18 years old, going to be 19 and stuff, so, you know. Anyway, it was great. It was fun. She's not the girl with the Hubba Bubba. That's a different girl. Actually, to be honest with you, I can't show her picture because she'd have a fit. I'm still friends with her, all right? But that's not the same girl. That's not my girlfriend. She was just a girl. She was just one of the girls I used to work with every night. She was a stripper. You know what's funny? A little side note here, but a couple weeks later, I was with that same girl in a club down in Portchester, New York, and I was talking with her, and I had to come in my mouth. And when we were talking in the nightclub, because it was so loud, I was talking in her ear like this, and the gum came out of my mouth into her hair. And she's like, fucking, dude, stop chewing fucking gum. You know what I mean? Anyway.